Habari waziri, how are you?
They are not sufficient. Then we provide. We have established the Kenya Mortgage Refinancing Company that will support the whole mortgage enterprise and backstop some of the challenges that will come with acquisition of mortgage. We have also adjusted, the CBK has adjusted prudential banking guidelines so that with more deposits, banks can do more lending as a practice, so that we can make more resources available for people who want to borrow. We have also worked with our pension schemes and made it possible that people saving in our pension schemes can have access to some of their savings so that they can put it up for home ownership. So the pension funds can now use for their pensioners some of the resources that have been saved by pensioners to be able to buy homes under our plan. And let me also say, we have made sure that affordable housing will be made available on a priority basis. We look at who qualifies so that we can put them. For the people in Mukuru, Kwanjenga here and the whole of Mukuru slum, we're going to work with you so that as we transit to here, we get more land in Mukuru to be able to develop more houses. 700 acres is a huge piece of land. We can settle probably about 300,000 people, 3 times the people who today are living in Mukuru Kwanjenga, with proper facilities and everything else. This facility must have enough markets, it must have enough schools, it must have enough facilities for clinics and a proper hospital, so that the people who will be living here, because we will be talking about probably 14,000 houses in this land, which means we will have between maybe 40,000 people living here. All the children of the people who will be living here, we must have a school here where the children will go to school. We must have a hospital here. We must have a clinic here, which can make this whole housing project wholesome and be able to. The kids of the people living in Mukuru, they hardly have a place to go to school. So we must make sure that that school is available in this facility. This whole plan was premised on a couple of things that we needed to sort out. First is to make sure that there is land that is available. Number 2 is to make sure that we have technology that can build houses faster and in a cost-effective manner. And number 3, to make sure there is financing, both for construction and for mortgage, so that this plan can become a reality. A couple of things have been done. I think we have identified a couple of pieces of land that we can implement this program. I am certain that land will not become an impediment on matters of delivery of our housing plan. We will work with the cities, we will work with the counties so that we can make land available for this plan, the housing agenda, so that we can provide better shelter for our people. Because I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that housing is going to be a big part of our plan, not just to provide houses, but to create opportunities for employment and for enterprises to grow. Provide opportunities for the millions of people who will engage in this enterprise as plumbers, as electricians, as construction workers, as technicians, and a whole lot of people who will be participating in this exercise. We intend also to grow enterprises, the people who will make for us doors, the people who will make for us windows, hinges, and all the other construction products that will be required for us to complete these houses, including windows, window sills, and everything else that will come along. We are going to be partnering with our TVETs and our Juakali sector to produce those products so that we can grow those enterprises as well as we work on this housing plan. This project is very important to us because it will help us sort out one estate called Mukuru here. Mukuru Kwanjenga here, this Mukuru place, and I was there, I think, a week before the elections. Mukuru here has 110,000 households on about 700 acres. And the story of Mukuru is a story that needs to be written, because Mukuru is the only place you pay to go to the toilet. You pay 170% for water that others are paying in Karen and Lavington. You pay more for electricity than in any part of Nairobi. And yet, these are the people who are the bottom of the pyramid. So, this project, the first priority of this project is to get the people living in Mukuru to come and live here. The 3,000 shillings they are paying rent there, they will come and pay 3,000 here mortgage. Najua wakati nilikuwa pale Mukuru, niliwaambia wakati huo ya kwamba ile rent mnalipa tutaibadilisha iwe mortgage, ili ukilipa hii nyumba hapa hiyo 3,000, baada ya miaka 20 hiyo nyumba inakuwa yako. And that is what we want to do in our city. And I am saying this so that my good friends, our legislators, our members of parliament can hear me. These are our voters. They voted for me and they voted for you guys. They voted for the MCAs. And we have an opportunity to provide them decent houses. They don't have to pay to go to the toilet. They don't have to pay more for water. They don't have to pay more for electricity. They can live like the rest of us live. Nataka kwanza niwashukuru EACC kwa sababu hii ardhi hapa ilikuwa imechukuliwa na watu wengine kinyume na sheria. This land had initially been grabbed by the usual notorious people. And I want to congratulate EACC for recovering this land so that we can use it for the development of social and local housing here in Nairobi. 2 years ago, the government decided that we were going to do this project. But the project has not quite moved with the necessary speed because of challenges of titling. I want to congratulate the Ministry of Housing and the Ministry of Lands, because when I talked to them 48 hours ago, they have done everything possible, and now we have the titles for this land. We are going to give NSSF the title for this piece. We are going to give EACC the title for their piece that is next year. I think we have 3 titles. We are going to give the title for the social housing. We are going to give the title for the affordable housing. Is that correct, Charles? And then we are going to have the title for EACC. Tunahitaji ardhi. Na hiyo ardhi tutafanya kazi kama serikali na county kuhakikisha kwamba hiyo ardhi inapatikana. Na hiyo ardhi itapatikana, na for locals housing we will make the land available for free. Number 2, tunahitaji pesa ya construction, financing. The private sector already has come through. We have commitments from different developers who are ready to construct the houses for us. All we need to do is to provide guidelines on the sizes and on the prices. How much is it going to cost? The ministry already has done its work. We already have a template of what is low-cost housing, what is a bed-sitter looking like, what is a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and the rest of the infrastructure that are required. And then finally, we need an offtake plan. When the houses are complete, we need a mortgage system that is going to enable the people paying 3,000 shillings to pay for 15 years, to pay for 20 years, and own the houses finally. We are going to do the first 2. I want to ask my good people, the legislators, nyinyi wabunge, na waomba tu kitu kimoja, munisaidie. Na tusaidiane ndio tuwapatie wale jamaa manyumba ya kuishi. Munisaidie tuwe na housing fund ambayo itatusaidia kufanya mortgage. Tumeleta housing fund bunge, ikachezewa karata mpaka haikufaulu. We are going to bring it back to Parliament. And I want to ask my good members of Parliament, it is the opportunity. In fact, the housing fund will give the government of Kenya the leverage to make sure that we can raise the money to provide mortgage for the ordinary people in Mukuru and every other part of Kenya to own a home. Please, good people, it's not too much to ask from those hustlers. It is not too much to ask. Nawaomba waheshimiwa, tafadhali. Yeah, nawaomba. Because it's the only thing that is remaining for us to actualize this plan. At the moment, we are using the slum upgrading fund, but you know, slum upgrading fund can only go so far. The fund that will help us provide mortgage for 1-2 million houses is the housing fund. And I am confident that our parliament will work with us so that we can do the right thing and provide the financial infrastructure from construction to mortgage that will support the millions of citizens who today are living in informal settlements. Mambo ya ardhi za zingine inachukua muda, na nimekubaliana na watu wa wizara ya ardhi ya kwamba tutabadilisha mwendo, na sio wizara ya ardhi peke yake, na wizara zile zingine zote. We have to agree on service delivery timelines, so that we are sure when we say we are going to achieve this, we must achieve it in the time we have agreed. So, and to ease the coordination between the Ministry of Land and Housing, I have decided that the Ministry of Lands will now be together with Housing, so that it becomes much more easy to coordinate the whole housing agenda in the Republic of Kenya. We have to standardize, and PS Charles Hinga explained to us clearly that if we do not standardize the size, the doors, the windows, the hinges, the window sills, we will continue to be doing designer houses. And we all know that designer products are very expensive. So we have to choose whether we want to do designer stuff or we want to standardize and be able to produce these products, whether they are windows, whether they are doors, window sills, and all the other products en masse, by making sure that in Kenya it should be known that a window is this size, a door is this size, hinges are this size, and that way we can provide for mass production of these products so that we can reduce the cost of these products. If they are produced en masse, we leverage on the economies of scale and be able to produce at a cheaper price, and therefore reduce the cost of construction of our houses for the benefit of those who want to own these homes.